In this video, we're going to walk through the organization structure of our Canvas course or the Canvas page for our course. So this is Chemistry 121's Canvas page. And when you log in to Canvas, you'll first see a dashboard. And if you click our class page, you should see a home screen like this. If you're accessing it through a mobile device, it's more likely that you'll actually see this set of tabs on the left right here that say like home, grades, assignments. To get to the page you're seeing now on my screen, you would have to click the home button, and then that'll take you here. So there's kind of like an extra layer in the mobile platform for Canvas. And so the way our homepage will be structured is it'll start at the top with things to know specifically about that week. It'll be a link to the unit module that I expect students to be working on through that week. And any extra information that might be important. Since it's the first week of the quarter, I have when our class meets and also how to get a hold of me with a question. And our task for the week is to complete the week 1 module. And so you have a link to that right here. Below that, you'll have a link to all of the different units that we will cover during the quarter. Right now, you can see that only Unit 1 is available. These will all be available by the end of the week. And then below that will be links to resources, our class policies, our resources that'll help us get through our chemistry class, like links to periodic tables, and then a quick link to your grades. And so this will just be a list of assignments that show whether or not you've completed them or not. And so what you'll do this first week is work on a module that'll go through an introductory set of assignments. You're actually doing that right now, most likely. But typically your modules are going to look like one of these. So let's look at Unit 1. So our modules will have the same overall structure and pattern to them. At the beginning, there'll be a set of tasks that you need to do to complete the unit. And it'll share the learning objectives. The tasks that you have to complete are really, there's 4 primary ones. Once you read the textbook and watch the lectures, you're going to make a 1-page consolidated set of notes. So that's kind of your first graded task. Although it's the predecessor of that is actually watching the lecture videos and doing the reading assignment. Then we'll do practice problems in class. And so this will be your second graded component or task for Unit 1. And then you'll need to prepare for lab and perform the lab. And so pre-lab 1 is an assignment that needs to be done before you come to lab. And then you'll finish the analysis and submit it here on this lab assignment page. And so those are kind of the main tasks that you'll have for every single unit. The reading and lectures, followed by notes, followed by practice problems in class, and then followed by preparing for lab, performing the lab, and then doing the post-lab questions and analysis. And then there'll be extra studying that needs to happen for anything that you find extra challenging. And there'll be extra practice problems and other videos to kind of help you through that. We'll also show the learning objectives for each of these. So I'm going to try to navigate back. So, sorry, we were right here. Then I'll have a list of the tasks to do before our class on Monday. So this page will always have a link to the reading, the lectures, and the lecture notes, and then also a link to the assignment page for your consolidated notes. And then it'll be followed by the lecture videos embedded into Canvas. I also have these lecture videos as just a YouTube channel that will be accessible through the Unit 1 reading, lecture, and notes page. My YouTube channel is Dr. Pickle in Chemistry, and this houses all of my teaching videos. And so if you ever want to, you could just like navigate to this page to find something that you want. I recommend going through playlists, and then I have things organized by class and the chapter that the lecture videos correspond to for our textbook. So you would be looking for Chemistry 121 videos in all of this, but you can see that there's a bunch of different things. So following the lecture videos, we'll have the kind of before lab preparation, which is a pre-lab assignment, and a link to the introduction, the procedure, and all the questions around the lab assignment. And so that will be all of the information that you need to really prepare for class on Monday and then on Wednesday. After class, you'll be finishing up the assignments we do in class, and you'll need to submit them online in Canvas. And so these are just links to the actual assignments pages for submitting assignments, but you can always access this through the assignments tab here on the left. And then I'll finish each module with unit module with some links to kind of study resources. So like my overview and study guide for the unit, my additional practice problems I've created, although the textbooks and the chapter problems are also a really great resource for practice. And then helpful links to other people's videos that other students have enjoyed or that I think are helpful. So it'll be teaching the same material at the same level, but someone else will be describing the concepts and have different ways of explaining things. So this is what a typical unit module will look like, and all of the assignments that go with it. We'll also always have these ongoing resources here at the bottom. The class policies will link you into a logistics module that will share information about like how to navigate the course. This is the page you're actually looking at right now. A lot of this will be in week 1 and then replicated here, and links to the syllabus and the textbook information, things that are like questions about how the class is going to function or what the policies are. We also have linked down at the bottom of our homepage chemistry resources. So these are going to be links to things to help you study and get through the class. Right at the top is a link to tutoring resources and also my office hours or drop-in hours for students and like how to get a hold of me. And then there'll be kind of like a general class discussion board, links for online meetings and the textbook, but also then resources like my favorite online periodic table and information about lab and the appendices that accompanied our lab manual when we had this printed off as like a small book. And there's a ton of information here to help you with labs, along with the lab safety video. My study guides for the whole quarter, and some links for study skills and also math skills. Our last resource down here is grades. This will just link you to your graded assignments. It's also a link you can get on this tab right here. So on this left-hand side, you'll always be able to navigate to a few things: your grades, a list of all the assignments, and this modules button will just take you into a list of all of the course content by modules, and you just can scroll and find the piece that you're looking for. This homepage just jumps around to different places in this long list of modules. I also have included the people in our class, links to like them and their file, like their profiles, and then also files, which you won't really need to navigate through unless maybe you run into a broken link and you're waiting for me to reply to fix it. Everything, all of the files that we'll have will be in here. And so if there's sometimes like something went wrong with the way it was connected to the file, you can usually find the file in here. And then we have some of our different campus resources here, like Starfish and e-tutoring in the library. So in this first week, you're working on module 1, and this will go through a lot of the class organization. We'll talk about this in class as well. And that is kind of how everything is organized for the main part of our page. Canvas itself has some extra information here all the way to the far right side. The dashboards where you'll see all your classes, but I'll try to populate with in the calendar all of our assignments, but also things like my office hours and open lab times as well. And if you need to get a hold of me, the inbox is the kind of the easiest way to do it, or through a Discord message or through my email address. I also recommend changing the notifications here. So if you go to account, you can go to notifications. Because I'm in a student view, it won't actually show us anything, but here we go. You can change how notifications come to you, either by email or to your phone, and for what types of activity in the class page. I strongly recommend, I guess I should say require, my primary tool for communicating with the class outside of our class time is sending announcements to everybody. That's kind of what I use instead of an email listserv. And so make sure that in your notifications, you're immediately notified if an announcement goes out to whatever place you would prefer, be that an email address or to your cell phone. Um, this way, you'll get information about class cancellations or a typo found in an assignment, or also my weekly update of like, hey, here's what you should be working on. So make sure that you're getting these so they come to you right away, and to a device or to an email address that works well for you. All right. Well, that is our class and how to navigate around it. Let me know if you have any questions.